Like this is what I was going through when I was sitting. Can you tell I can actually think now?
Yeah, got a little more pep in your voice.
Can you tell that I can
You
actually
were
think
hurting
now?
yesterday. You were hurting yesterday.
I know it was bad yesterday. It was really bad
Yeah, you
yesterday.
could tell in your voice by like 10 o'clock you were done.
Oh man, dude, when it was just it just gets so bad that you're like
I
it
know.
debilitates you. You
Yeah.
can't think, you can't do anything. I mean,
Yeah.
after I got are we open?
Yeah,
Let me
we're
open
open.
business. All right. So this is what I'm gonna do this though. I'm gonna change this to a higher tick on on the smaller one just to show people what I'm doing. I'm gonna do what are we gonna do? We're gonna do let's do let me just put this pop on this one up to 2,000 so I can see it. Same way. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna start. This should be I should be getting into a long here to be honest with you. But I'm gonna let the open kind of do what it wants to do, and then we can get into a long manually. But then I'll start doing a grid. I'm gonna put a grid on this chart here for you guys. And as long as we stay within these past couple days range here, I got no problem with that whatsoever.
Whew, dumping.
Yeah. Let's see if the long comes up here. Should be about right here. We get along somewhere right around here. There it is. Let's buy this. Ah, give me a retest. Come on, get back down.
You're gonna get it. It's gonna come back.
Yeah. We'll put a buy stop in at 60.50. Is that right?
I
I'm
think
gonna
I'm
keep
gonna look
both
for
of
a
them.
buy on the NQ too.
No, it's gonna drop. Never mind. All right, maybe we start selling this instead. Maybe I'm not gonna do a grid today. Maybe it's a short market.
Yeah, maybe it's just gonna be a dump.
Maybe it's a short market. I don't think we need to buy this just yet. Well, it's starting to do it. All right, I'm gonna put it back in.
Yeah, and then the
Where's this
NQ,
high
I'll take a
here?
buy above 175.
High here is 60.25, 60.50. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna actually put that order in as well. NQ's trying to set up pretty decent here. We'll double top it. It's almost like we need to be selling this into this. You know this?
Yeah, maybe reverse your thinking the other way, right?
Well, I mean, like at the end of the day, that was we're breaking the level on the downside, but I mean, this is the level I had
It's an,
yesterday. That's the level we
it's an
had
area.
today. That's the level from the day before. So we're just I don't know if this is going to be a. I mean, it has a break below this level from yesterday, the lows from yesterday, right? As
Yeah.
a break and stay below the lows from yesterday on the ES and the NQ. Keep in mind, is still in a reasonable reasonable range for itself. ES is the only one really overextending here a little bit. So
I mean, this is an area on
if
the
the
NQ, but it looks like it's gonna
I'm just
break.
that's what
So
I'm saying right now. If the NQ stays up here, we got to look at this buy signal.
it's gonna break though. It looks like it's gonna break.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the next level down. We can short it to the next level down. I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, yeah. You could take a ride down if you want
Level
to.
to level, bro. But
That's true.
anyway, so this is where my I would probably start layering in the longs here. Um,
I mean,
should be
above
right around
174 in
190.
the NQ, I'd get in with contracts because I think that's going to be the bounce right there. If it gets up there, it doesn't look like it's gonna. It looks like it's gonna break. But what do I know? We'll see.
Well, I mean, at
See what
this
it
case,
does.
in this environment right here,
Oh
I have
crap!
what's a rule say? The rules say I have more of a short bias. So
Right.
I'm going to
EMA pointing down.
I'm gonna do a couple longs here. So I'm gonna buy one. Watch how this works. I'm gonna buy one.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
And then I'm gonna buy another one at the bottom if it gets down there.
I'll get on board with that.
Okay. And
I'm good with
then
that.
and
Now, what
then
if it breaks out? Are you just
since I
wrong?
have a short since I have a short bias, okay. So I'll take a baby target like at the top of this old range from yesterday, like here, and then I'll add again to a cell here, Oops, sell. I'll add again. I'll add a cell here, and then I'm gonna put one in up here, and then I'll have a crazy one way back here. Actually, I need one probably. Well, I just do it like this. Straight from the chart. Always a pivot bounce. And that would get me up to 5 contracts. Like, make these a little more standardized there.
Hmm.
Something like this. Very conservative. Extremely conservative. All right, this is another spot where we could look. We still sitting here. Whoa, this is actually a long comer here. Watch out.
NQ is setting up. Yeah,
Uh huh.
definitely. NQ is
Yes, we
setting
got a
up
double
big
bottom
time.
there.
Hmm.
Um,
If we fail this long setup,
maybe
then we know we're going down.
I'm gonna try one on the NQ here. Maybe if this long setup happens, we have a decent chance for a ride back up.
There it goes.
All right, let's see.
All right, there's first target off. NQ.
Whoa! Oh, I got my target, then my stop. Dang.
See what happens here. There you go. Go, baby. That was just too predictable.
Almost, almost too predictable.
Yeah, that was about that was a super clean setup.
About as
All right,
predictable as
there's
you
my
can get on that one.
10,
Dang it, I
12, 15
mismanaged my one on
points.
the screen. I do have an MQ one running though that I'm gonna probably get flat on in a second. I'm gonna put my stop behind the small turret 89.
Yeah, I just get a little 15-point scalp. I'll take that.
I got
That's six
some decent ones
contracts. I
here.
like it. I
Put
like
my
it.
stop up.
Like it, I tell you.
This is a good trade. Here is the reason why you pick a bias when you're starting out. This is why you use levels. We talked about this level being a good level in the ES, good level in the NQ to buy from. Okay, price stalled out at the level. As soon as price starts to stall at your level, you start thinking reversal. Guess what? It reverses. We put a nice little order in, get our targets off, have a runner to go probably maybe to the pivot here on the NQ or just below it if it keeps going, and
That's
then
the idea.
that's this is that's simple trading, people. Simple stuff. Now
Stupid simple.
again, we should be having a short bias, a slight short bias, if you will. What's today's date?
29th. All day. Boy, I killed that gold trade too soon. Dummy. That'd have been a winner.
Ooh, yeah.
Tell you what, have not lost yet on that opening range break. So we'll see. I'm sure it's coming one day.
At this point, it doesn't really matter because that's
No, I have. I've been so up. I can lose a few days in a row. Averaging about $100 one per trade and one micro daily. Not bad.
oh, you're just doing one micro, not even doing a target.
Uh, the first trade like that, the breakout, I haven't built up the courage yet to do two. But if I take another trade, like yesterday, I took one with two because it set up again. But I need to start doing two in the mornings. I've been testing it really, but I'm testing it with with a real account instead of sim. So that's why I've only been doing one micro, so it doesn't risk too much. But yeah, if it was two
There's another
micros,
long
that would
shot
be
here.
very pay. Yeah, I was just looking at that. Heck, this NQ and ES trade are one and done. Look at this thing's gonna go. Here comes pivot on NQ.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself. I mismanaged my stop on this ES one. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I jumped into gold.
Oh, did you? The short?
Well, you said
Yeah, I
something.
mean
I was like,
that's
man, it's breaking down.
yeah.
I had to do it, man. This is just like it was just like I was like, can somebody say bear flag? And got a target off. I did two contracts. Took a target, and I'm gonna try to get a target down here at my level and get myself $100 gold trade. $150 gold trade, whatever it's gonna be. $120 probably if it doesn't go flat now. Let's see here. Tom, 5 minute orb.
5 minute orb
I guess you
on
could have done
where?
that. Oh, he's talking about. I guess that was the open.
You talking about gold?
Wait,
If you're
what you
asking what
talking
I'm
about, Willis?
using,
What you talking about, Willis?
think, oh yeah, no, I'm not using a 5 minute orb. I'm using a 30 minute opening range
Five,
from
30 minute
820
orb.
to
It's a
850.
it's a 30 minute
Yeah,
orb.
and it's been pretty darn consistent, to say the least. Got a 100% win rate so far. So far, I'm sure it's going to lose at some point.
Wow, gold is kind
Take
of
my little
tanking.
profit. I jumped in with gold when you said that. Took a little profit.
It's tanking, man.
I know.
This daily turned over fast.
Come on, NQ. Keep going. Keep on keeping on.
Trying to decide if I want a bigger target or not. This thing's I
I'd
don't have
move that
anything back
freaking
here to
target
look
out of the
at.
way.
Huh?
I don't think I don't think there's anything to stop it there. You're going to get target, but maybe put
I
your
don't
target
know.
right above that, just, or your stop, and move your great trade.
Go for.
Yeah, give it a little bit more room.
I mean, I got a level here for a reason, so I usually trust my levels. That should be a pretty damn good spot for it to turn around at.
There you go.
But I'm gonna take this target here because that's a darn good trade.
Great trade.
It should turn around here. If not, oh well, that was a good trade. $170 trade ish, ish.
Does not suck. Does not suck at all.
And I did this on what account is this on? I just realized I stacked up 100 and something dollars in the same account that I'm running this grid on. So, uh, That account's done for the day. Make it the money in that account. Make it the money. Let's go to a different one then. Not saying I'm gonna take another gold trade today, but that was fun. That was fun.
Was that the?
And so again, I like this thought process too, Paul, because you never get heavy against your bias either.
In your bias? Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst I'm gonna get? 2 contracts against my bias?
Are we getting a sell signal on NQ now?
Yeah. Shoot. Oof. It's ugly on a small tick chart there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the smaller tick chart says poo poo, nini baba poo poo pants. I mean, seriously, that's garbage on the small tick chart. I mean, yes, it is a sell signal. And yes, we probably could take it down to, you know what? You want to try it? Two micros?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to.
2 micros?
Yeah.
We got to take a big
Yeah.
stop. I'm not gonna. Definitely not
Couple.
gonna do more than two
A
micros.
couple
But
micros.
I mean, it's a sell signal, and you should be able to get a target. There you go. Target's off easy. Move the stop down, gain
See
some.
what happens. See what
Yeah.
happens. See what happens.
Still not enough. Oh man, came one tick away from my freaking entry. You turd wrangler. Literally. 50-50. Alright, it's like a point away, but whatever. Next time, don't be so aggressive on my entry, Brian.
See what happens.
Should have tried to get that contract on before it popped back up.
Oh, it's going to settle into a.
So I'll have to come back down next time. Let me get my freaking extra contract. We're just gonna get two on now. It's annoying. Then you can come back up and get my baby little target. Let's manipulate my grid here.
All right, going to continue up. Going up.
There's one target. Now we can do this one more time. Put another one back down here. Go like there with it, since that's where it wanted to bounce off of. Like something like this, right, Paul? Like what I'm doing right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I see what you're doing.
Um, I would get up here on the NQ and look for a cell signal. Look, look at that. Look at this gold thing.
Yep. Right, your target, right, your level and
Levels,
bounced.
levels
Bounced.
freaking work. Hey, I got a level here. Maybe I should take a target there. Interesting stuff.
There's a thought process.
Where you at now, Tom? This is proof in the pudding right here, people. Right here. You got a good level. Take your target just before it. Watch it bounce off of it, and then you get to be a rock star. All right, let's see here. You want to take the small tick chart long if it sets up on the MACD here?
Yes.
Let's, ah,
Yeah.
shit.
All
Never
right,
mind.
give me a second. I'll
It
be
was
right
already
back. Give me a
there.
second.
That was the. How you guys doing this morning? Jackap, Gunter, Dan, Tom. Dang, I wanted to get that long out of there. Shoot. All right, here's short. I really wanted that long though. Off the 89, nice little bounce. We'll catch the next one. We'll catch the next one. Let's see. Let me make sure my accounts are rotated. Here comes a bad. Don't really need that. Let's check my accounts here, see which ones I'm on. Get my stuff all sorted. Put you on. Okay. Oh, really? That one. That account. And then rotate this account here to the right one. Don't want on that. Yeah, let's do that one on that one. Can't change that account. I'm running a grid on it, but I'm pretty happy with what the grid's doing for me so far. I mean, you guys can follow this on the grid, right? I mean, this is pretty straightforward stuff. I could,
All right, sorry,
I could
had to
literally
help
leave.
her.
I could literally just leave my contracts off the screen. I mean, I don't think the big institutions are looking for my little micros here and trying to take those out,
Yeah, they're hunting your micros.
right? Like this is tempting to get in here, like, and then up here, hit that short somewhere around here, get this short, extreme, somewhere up here. Like I said, 4 contracts. There we go. And then again, I'm gonna be a little being conservative here. Back that up. So we're looking at this 2000 grid. I'm gonna hit the bottom of that level from yesterday or the 2 days ago. Monday would be the name of that day.
Monday,
Would be the name of that day.
would
Actually,
otherwise known as Monday.
otherwise known as Monday. Actually, I do want to get up to 4, so I'm gonna go a little bit more aggressive than I thought I was gonna do. Put one right at this area here. And then my buy limit comes back down here. And then I put another buy limit down here. And we're back off to the races again.
Yeah.
Actually, this should probably be a little bit lower, but whatever. A little bit higher, I mean. I I can do this personally better than a program anyway, I think, Paul. I mean,
Not difficult really. I mean, it's good because you can micro adjust it, and you can.
I'm happy with the way that looks right there, you know. I don't mind if it comes down and takes its target here. You're constantly taking profits that way, you know?
Yeah.
Constantly taking profits. Just, I mean, you read what I wrote, right? I mean, it just makes
Yeah, yeah,
sense. And
no.
there's no, think about this. Is there any way I can fuck that up? For me
Just on that
personally,
occasional time where it just goes, but I
where it
mean,
runs.
yeah,
But if it runs against your bias, you know, that one time that that's going to happen,
that's what I'm saying. How often is that going to happen?
it doesn't happen that often. I mean, like most of the time, you know, if the market's like really going to be an up that day or a down day, a pure up or down day, which we don't get that anymore. I mean, like the up days these days are chop. So I mean,
They're
we've
crawl
been
ups.
yeah, we've been seeing them for a year and a half now. They're freaking 2 years actually. It was this started when I got sick. This chop up, to next level chop, up to next level chop, up to next level chop. That's been happening for 2 years now, or two and a half years. On the upside, look at it. All the ups are just chop, chop up, chop up, chop up. You tell me you can't run a long grid bias in a market like this right here on the ES from the other day? I mean, look at this. I mean, right now I have a short grid bias, but price turns up, and you say, "Oh, well, I gotta switch my grid bias to long." Okay, you're telling me you can't just constantly come down and grab long contracts and take those targets and move your grid up accordingly? Oh, wow. Okay. So what am I saying about my grid now? Well, what I'm saying about my grid now is I'm saying that I will move it down accordingly, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't have a and this would take the runners out because if it does run and break my structure, I take these two contracts and I reverse them,
Yeah, you just
and
flip
then
it.
I put a buy target below it to cancel out my losses. That's a seems like a pretty straightforward theory, right? If it breaks up here, I mean, if it breaks here, we're running to the top side anyway, right? We're going all the way back up to here at least.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a
So
clean move there.
in that scenario, I'll just flip it around, reverse it, do what we do it, Missy Elliott, flip it and reverse it.
Yeah, flip it and reverse it.
I'm gonna Missy Elliott
Flip
that
it and
sucker.
reverse it.
Missy Elliott that bit. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. Actually, that's exactly what I plan on doing. And so I technically should have put a long in here, just since I took a target. But I have a short bias, uh, so this would be the add spot for a long if I wanted to add a long. Which I mean, I guess I could. You get your long on there, and then you do another long down here.
Here it comes. Nice short on that NQ road. It would have been right off the VWAP. I didn't get to do it, but
Oh man, I meant
I
to look
think
for
this
my
is going to
NQ.
test the lows again.
That's fine. And again, if it breaks the lows, what do? We reverse it around.
No, I think
Then
test
we
the
short
lows is a
everything else
better
too,
question.
huh? What's that?
I said I think it's a test of the lows. I think they're going to keep it in this range till FOMC. Like they'll pull it all the way down, then pull it all the way back up. I just don't see him running it
Well,
anywhere before OMC. I could be wrong, but I just don't see him running it anywhere before OMC, FOMC.
nah, no. I don't, that's why I'm comfortable with this right now. Really comfortable with this right now.
Like to be honest with you, lock in. Look at your Crable on both ES and NQ. It's going to probably stay in that range till FOMC. We'll get a breakout somewhere
We've
later
seen
this
this so many
afternoon.
times.
Yeah, yeah. This is not. But this will eat some people up though.
Nah, unless you're doing what I'm doing.
Unless you're layering like you are. Yeah, but if you're just trying to single entry this thing,
Good luck.
yeah, you're going to be in trouble. You better be really good and a lot of lucky.
Hey, Tom showed up. What's up, Tom?
Yes, I did.
St.
Good
Louis
morning.
Tom, what's up, man?
STL Tom. I like to call him AI Tom.
Yeah, I like that better. Should be a. You need to change yours to AI Tom.
That works. How's everybody doing? Brian, how's the shoulder?
Back, but uh,
Surviving.
yeah, surviving. I mean, I finally got to get a good night's sleep last night, so that's um. Sorry, I had a doctor that sent me a text. Um, no, I mean the I haven't had a night's sleep like that since this happened. So that was a godsend in itself. But we still are working on a course of action for this thing. The good news is I got the good stuff now. I finally got the good stuff.
What did the MRI end up saying?
I got to get
You got to
another
go
one,
get
but
another one.
I've got a pinch that they know of right now. I have a pinch like a pinch nerve or a couple, and a bulging disc, and then the one right above it is I can't remember the term they call it, but like the tissue around the disc is extremely inflamed,
Inflamed.
which is probably what's causing the nerve issue, is what they think. But I gotta go tomorrow, the next probably Friday, because I'm just afraid of it. It hurts so bad to get in that thing.
Didn't one doctor tell you no rugby for the rest of your life?
Huh? Yeah.
And didn't he say no more
Yeah.
rugby?
Yeah. Yeah. The guy that's my buddy told me to stop playing rugby. I
Huh.
was like, whatever, dude. Shut up. It'll be fine. I know what I did, people. Like, it's not like it's an injury and my back is inflamed and pissed off at me because I hurt myself doing dumb stuff.
I
It will
agree.
heal. It will heal. It will heal. I mean, when the swelling goes down in that disc, I'm gonna be fine.
You guys, I'll
Strength,
be right back.
strength. All right.
We'll be
I
here.
mean, here's the thing: is the gains that I was getting, like, I'm about to get another target here on this. This is all right. I mean, um, so this is just right now. This is what I'm doing. What I've been doing right now. This is my total so far, just on this one account. Just on this one account. I don't know how to, and that's all you have to do is you follow my bio. This is something that I'm going to perfect here using my levels. I mean, I could technically take a target here on this guy and set it all over. I mean, technically I could do that. Start it all over again. But I've gone through every contract I have on the screen, and so again, I have that slight short bias. So I could start with, let's see, still probably want to have one like to be like there to get a short contract. Again, there's a good level. Up here is a good level. And again, I keep using the pivot because it's probably going to bounce on the pivot. And that'd get me 4 contracts deep there. And then we can just do this again here. Oop. And voila. There you go. Although I should have switched
Well,
accounts. Yeah, let me do that. Let me yeah. All right. So let's do, I'm just going to switch this out for a different chart. And we'll start over on a different account. Keep that guy running down there. Um, this should be damn easy to follow, Paul. Like,
it doesn't look too, I mean, I think you'll have to see it a few times, but once they understand what you're doing, it should be pretty easy to follow. It's not hard.
yeah. Put this back on. I'm gonna put this one on 2000 tick as well. Same thing. So I have that short bias. We pop back up here a little bit. I mean, I'm gonna take this one a little different direction. I'm gonna go ahead and put a one short on here. Oh, I have that super chart trade. I gotta do a different chart. Hold on a second. I don't know if I'm ever gonna trade 6C again. It's the only thing I don't like with this is I can't do one. I have to have an ATM on this chart trader.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to do that with the other chart trader.
All right, I'm gonna do it on which account I'm on. I need to be on that account. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna start off with one short. Oop, wrong account. That's fine though. So one short, and then I'll have a buy here at um. All right, so I
This thing's going down.
put a buy in. All right. Yeah. So put a buy in down here at my level here. Put another buy at the bottom like I had been doing. Put a sell up here. Second one, third one up here. Like I said, I want to get 4 deep, so I get one at the pivot. And do that again. I'm staying conservative the whole time. I mean, like, I really should have that target there.
Come on, this thing's got to get down below this little ledge here. What is it? 177-ish, 175. And Q gets below that, we should get a flush down to the bottom. So you should be it's trying.
Let's see here. Again, bigger tick chart. We've stayed in this range on the NQ
Right.
all day. Pretty much same thing for the ES all morning. We've been sitting here. But I mean, a little push up wouldn't kill us. That's for sure.
You might get that. Looks like it wants
Yeah,
to. So,
starting to look
like
like
I said,
it's.
I seriously doubt they're going to break outside the 30-minute range today. At least not till that gets closer to FOMC.
I'm gonna try to get another contract right up here, and then I'm gonna be a little bit more conservative on the last 2 contracts, so that I can get a better fill price at the top. And maybe it'll get up to this level and turn around. All right, there's 2. Then I can bring my target on this up here. And here's what happens if this breaks. I reverse it. All right, we're gonna get a short signal here in just a minute. Here in just a minute. If not, I'll just add another contract up here. And my whole goal plan was 4 deep anyway, so yeah, I'm happy with that plan. All right. I mean, I honestly like the position I've been in on the original one a lot better. I think I'd rather be at one contract here instead of
Here, yeah.
two. But that's the way it works in this. I
How
mean,
many contracts deep are you willing to go on that?
four,
4?
four,
4?
yeah, four deep. I mean, this has got to be some outrageous move to break this, right? If it breaks
Yeah,
it,
that's true.
if it
I
breaks
mean,
this,
that's not gonna happen.
my plan is if it break, and I'm gonna test this on a couple of evals. I'm not gonna go crazy on it, but my plan is do what the martingale type of people do. If it breaks your grid, reverse the whole damn thing and go the opposite direction with all your contracts. So I get four deep, reverse it four deep on a micro. I mean, I'm scaling into four deep, and I reverse it above here to four deep. In general, it doesn't. It takes half to move for me to get back to break even, and then I put a stop in. I reverse it and put a stop in. I mean, worst thing that happens is I double my losses on micros, on four micros. So that, I mean, that would end up being like a mini loss. That'd be what, like $350, right? But
Yeah.
the odds of that, the odds of you doing that, of getting that loss on a regular basis, is outrageous to me. The odds of that happening is just absolutely outrageous. So I don't know. I like that position there on that one that's got one contract a little bit more than I do the other one. So stick. That's the other thing. Stick to your original plan. Take your get your limit orders where you want them. Not don't chase. You can't. I mean that's just trade in general, right? You try to
Right.
get too heavy early on in a martingale trade, you will screw yourself if it reverses on you. So point being is I should have left my order back here instead of trying to get it at my level here, which is fine. I mean, again, my level's my level, and usually price stops there, reverses. And again, if I really, really want to do this, I could just take a baby target that's at the bottom of this and take a loss on that one contract and be back down to one contract if you're really worried
Yeah.
about it. And but that's not a bad thing either. I mean, like if the market starts moving against you, and I did this a few times
Just
in
get
some
out
payback.
on.
Well, just put it, here, put a target there. It's that one contract will have technically made money. It's still gonna be a losing trade. But that's an easy way to lower your number of contracts in a trade like this if you're afraid of it. Just make sure that your targets are always greater than the entry that you put your last contract in at. But you can't do that. Sure, watch. Now, do I think that this trade is actually going to make money? Yes. So I'm gonna put my target back down here. But if it continues up, I can lighten up. I'm just okay with getting up to four contracts. And this actually is turning out not to be a bad entry where my thing is for a short. If you were so inclined to,
The
holy crap,
ES is the short right now, I think.
that says mini right there. I'm glad I didn't do anything.
Mm,
Ooh,
that'd have been ugly.
ooh. No wonder it didn't show on my screen. I thought that was on the right account. Oi, 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 that was scary, man.
I've done
Yeah,
that.
glad I
It's
didn't
not
do it in
fun.
glad I didn't do it in a mini. This short's gonna end up being a decent one. You want to try it?
It's definitely setting up. I like it. I think I will try it.
I didn't get my account switched fast enough to try to get to it. It's gonna end up being decent short on the NQ as well too. Try this with two contracts. And again, I mean, like if I'm really worried about it, I could take a small baby target. Actually, I could get out right now if I was really worried about this being too heavy, but it's 2 micros.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. This if it breaks this level right here, that's a decent little short on the MNQ. Uh, so we just put like a sell stop in, maybe. All right, maybe I should take my little target off there and lightened up. Let's see. If you want to try a front run trade, now's the time to do it on the MNQ or the NQ.
Uh, yeah, you get a good entry, small risk, very small risk. This ES is going to bite me.
Yeah. What do you mean?
The short, I got in on the short.
No, it's not.
Come on.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I think it'll be all right. There we
I
go.
trust my levels,
There we
Paul.
go.
We'll take this target off pretty quick. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, you dirty rat dog.
Back, by the way.
Oh, man. Let's see if it holds. It's going to stop me out. This is stupid. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this will work. A little bit of a pucker factor. Go on, go get my target.
Didn't
Just do it. You know you want to, mark it.
it almost got my target and then
I know.
came
I
back and took
know.
me out. That's going to be a loser.
I think this is gonna be a loser for me too, man. Sure does look like it. Let's see. And I mean, if I really want to do this a different way, if it breaks to the long side, I could reverse to too long on the micros up here. From
Yeah.
if you like your level, I mean, so there's so many options that are open up to this. Like, I mean, if this does break to the long side, I could say, well, my bias is changing to long now, so I'm gonna reverse this to too long and still leave my 2 sell limits up here. Right? Watch that. Let's do that. Because if it breaks this level, where's it going to go to? Probably the next level, which is amazingly where I have a target at. What?
That was a
You're
loss.
insane. So I'm gonna do that on this. I'm just gonna show you guys how simple this is. If this breaks up here and breaks this structure, I'm gonna press that reverse button. Flip it and reverse it. I'm Missy Elliott this trade. All right, so it broke that structure on the upside. So where should it go? To the next level. Now we haven't quite broken above VWAP yet, but NQ staying above VWAP. I mean, we're still, for all intents and purposes, neutral. I don't. I'm gonna try to prove a point on this, but I don't want to be just I'll flip it on it. You know.
Right.
I'll do it on one account here. Let's go. Reverse this. Watch. Oh no, yeah, this is scary stuff. Well, you still have the same freaking thing, right? You got sell limit here. You got sell limit here. Okay. If everything's stupid crazy for you, you can still get up to 4 contracts down here. What? No way. So yeah. So that's
You
you get a lot
you
of
are you
options here.
drawn?
Huh? No, I can't.
Are
I
you
can't do.
drawing with your pen?
I can't do this. I can't do. Huh? What'd you
Well,
say?
What do you mean by
I was gonna. You were saying here and here, and I wasn't seeing anything on the screen.
Oh, I'm putting them on the. Sorry. Yeah. So the targets. Now that I reversed my thought process to this long, the targets up here. Now the problem I'm running into right here is I do have an account that's still in the short bias, so I should probably end up reversing that as well, so I don't get dinged on the thingy-majingy. And then you got a couple different options here. You're not that deep. You could always just put a stop under the structure. You don't want to reverse too many times. You should pick your bias and stay with it. But you could put a stop under the structure. You could add to the trade on the long side, knowing that the morning has a low here. So you could technically probably be real safe adding down here. And the odds are you're gonna be right one way or the other. So you'd want to like add like at the bottom of the last swing and then somewhere around like the morning lows. But we tend this into a winner pretty darn quick now.
Yeah.
I mean that it doesn't take. I mean technically, I could get to 70. Let's see here. Let me do the math on this. It'd be so technically, if I get to 70, right around 70, 71, I'm at now back in profits on this. Which I'm still in profits on anyway because that's the account that I racked up $150 and just never getting heavier than 2 micros this morning. $150 and never got heavier than 2 micros. Most of the time it was just 1 micro and a target. 1 micro and a target. 1 micro and a target. 1027. 1027. Look, there we go. I mean, and we're pretty good at spotting reversals too. I mean, pretty good at it, right, Paul? I'd say we're pretty good at spotting reversals.
I think so. I
And
like to say we are.
I mean, we do it pretty well. Like, and the other thing about staying lighter too is that you can always just close the trade for a small loss and start over if you're wrong. That's the other thing about it too. Just close the freaking trade for a small loss.
Yeah.
Who cares? I mean, for to do what I did for $150, you could take $30 loss. How many times?
Yeah. Wouldn't.
Like you can take
Not
five
a big
30.
risk.
Yeah, that's no risk at all. None. We're not doing things like this is literally like just no risk. No risk at all. As long as your premise and bias is good, you almost don't have a lot of worry in this whatsoever.
This thing go.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm trying not to chase.
Don't do it. Look, I'm gonna do what I said I
No,
was gonna
don't
do. I'm gonna
chase
take
it.
one
Do
off. I'm
not
gonna take
chase it.
one off down here at like 70.
Now, your entry was at the break of the orb, Tom. If you weren't in already.
Yeah, I wasn't. It
But
didn't quite come
that's
back
where I got in
down.
because I was sitting there listening to Brian and watching him, and then I realized it was breaking it, so I just took it.
Take one off now. There we go. Take one off. Now I have literally no risk left in the game. None.
I had it set for the pullback at the break of the orb. So I was waiting for it to come back and touch it, and it never did. Okay.
Geez, okay.
Good theory, just execution.
Wait, what'd you do again?
I wanted it to come back and retest the break of the orb, and it didn't quite come down there. So I had my order set at the
Oh, you had a limit?
right at the orb. Yeah, I had a limit order at 237, and it didn't quite get it. And I'm trying not to be
No
anxious to
FOMOs.
press the button.
No
Okay.
So
FOMOs.
Probably.
I talked about that last night.
That's
So
a smart thing
I
to
left
do.
it there.
What's that, Paul?
No. No, I'm just saying no FOMO. I'm just trying to get him not to be pushing buttons.
No mofo. Yeah.
Like
No,
I told him to work, listen to what we're doing and then develop, 2 or 3 really solid entries, and then that's what you look for and wait for it.
it's the
'Cause
nature of the beast with Tom. I think he's going to want to be a button pusher.
no, he likes to push the button.
I
I
know.
Yeah.
picked up on that. I picked up on that real quick.
I guess that.
Yeah, that was pretty easy to see. I
Like to push the buttons. What are they there for if I'm not going to push them? Jeez.
Yeah.
Why would they put the buttons there if I'm not going to use them? Duh. Do you want to try this as long here off this 89 for the NQ, M&Q? I don't think
if it comes
count. Let me see what count this on because I think I would. It's doing it now. I want to do it. Put a buy stop in.
89, where?
On the it didn't quite get down to it. The smaller.
Oh, I was gonna say.
610.
Okay, I didn't get there.
I was gonna limp in with two little micros here.
Why do I have different 610?
I don't know. I'm on the
Oh, okay, yeah,
M&Q.
it didn't come down. It didn't get down
Target
there.
off. That was an easy one. Tom, did you get that? Anybody?
I was waiting for it to come to 246.
Dude, I would look at this setup. Watch setups,
That was a
man.
setup.
Oversold stochastics.
Here comes your break.
Came down to a little level here, and you had a little W. So that spelled a decent trade there. Now I don't know what you and Paul are coaching on. I'll find that out later this week because I'm actually able to participate again.
So you can think now.
Huh? I can
I
participate
said,
in
because you
life
can
again.
think now.
Yeah. Look at that. I'm back to. I'm $3 in a profit just by doing what I did on reversing that trade. I mean, you're not killing it, but geez, man, it's not bad doing it this way. I mean, you get one account up $160, just never getting over 2 micros in the morning. That's on the MES. I think that's pretty darn good. All right, keep going up. Where do we want to target here on the upside of this M&Q trade? Did you do this one with me, Paul?
I am not. I'm watching.
You
I'm
didn't take
sitting
this
here
longer?
focusing. I'm listening to you talk, and I'm not even thinking about trading.
Am I that mesmerizing because I'm actually talking again?
Well, I was just paying. Yeah, I was paying attention. I'm trying to figure out your thought process on the grid system thing. So
We'll go. Let's go over it
I
later.
was listening.
Let's
I was
do let's
listening
do
to you talk. So
let's
I don't
meet
really care. I'm green as can be right now. I'm real green, so I'm fine.
let's meet during break and talk about it.
No, it makes sense. I was just
Well, but let's
intently.
talk through some of the things that there's obviously things.
I'm thinking like, how do we teach it? Like, how do we get people to understand it clearly without it being difficult?
That's what I want to
That's
talk
what.
to you about because I think we can build it pretty
Yeah.
damn easy.
How do we?
Tom, you got time? You want to join us for this conversation?
Yeah, I can. My
It's
appointment's not till this afternoon, and then I don't have anything. They haven't called me out on anything
Getting
yet.
a orb break here. You're getting a Crable break on. Oh no, you're not. I'm sorry. Crable
on
already
what?
broke. Never mind. Never mind. Forget it. Forget it.
You're getting a break of the of a Globex level.
Yeah.
Up here.
Good.
I think my target's a little too loose on this.
This is gone.
Now
This thing's
here,
gone.
now I have a long bias, right? So I have a long bias now. right? Staying above VWAP. 89 starting to turn up. Our rules say if the 89's up and you're above VWAP, what our rules say? You have a long bias. So what do? I'm going to go back here and say, I like my levels. I see this little level back here. I spy this minor level back here. I'm going to try to add a contract there. And then I'm going to come back down here to the level it came from. And guess what I'm going to do? Try to add a contract. Now, let's find a target here for, this would be a natural target right here, you would think. So I could pull my stop up under this a little bit. Top of that prior swing. If I want to be aggressive, I go for this. Was that a, go for that Globex high maybe, you know? Somewhere around 3.
Yeah.
So I'm close to that right now. 302, 306, somewhere around there. I mean, but if it breaks that, I mean, we're just going to keep going up, huh? And now in a situation like
This
this, you
thing
might want to
is
just take one long and then have another contract back here. Way back here. I mean, you know, this is one of those things where, hey, look, maybe it starts running. Great. Start running, puppy. Run, Rudolph. Cool with that. Oh, man, it was right. It ticked right into my target. All right, do we want a more aggressive target on this? It looks like we should have one, shouldn't it? Doesn't it?
this thing a gone.
It looks like we should have more
Yeah,
aggressive
you
target.
won't. Trying to think where this thing. I mean, this is an area here on NQ where it could definitely
This was my original
possibly come
target
back.
on the ES, was a pivot up here. My original target was the pivot. So you put a sell limit in there. That was the original place I wanted to start adding up to my shorts. See how easy this is?
Gone.
180 bucks on this one account so far. Just doing this morning. This is what I've been wanting to get to, Paul. There's another stop right there. Let's go 289 on the stop for the MNQ, for this NQ trade. Any questions, Tom? What's your questions, bro? Ask me some questions.
Um, right now, I think everything that I have needs to go back to basics, and we need to talk about rules, and then
All right,
I need to get
Yep.
back
all
to
right,
it.
so let me ask you this question. Do the rules change whether I'm taking a manual entry like this, a traditional style entry with a couple contracts and taking targets off, versus uh, scaling in like I'm doing over here with the MES? Do the rules change?
Shouldn't.
Bingo.
The rules should be the same.
What's the number one? What do you think in my thought process? What is the number one thing you need to focus on?
The levels.
Levels. That's always where you're going to trade from, and your levels will never change. It doesn't matter if you're DCA in or if you're doing a traditional entry. Levels are never going to change. That's always going to be the same. Um, so it doesn't. So with the rules, you know, and here's what I think you're trying to do. I think you're trying to get too fancy with those limit orders early on in the process. Limit orders are for advanced traders. Like, so
Oh,
if you know your levels to a T, right?
Buy
Um,
the bid, sell the ask.
what's that? Buy bid,
Oh,
sell the ask.
just
Yeah,
kidding
yeah.
around. I said buy the bid,
No,
sell the
I
ask.
mean, but no, you so instead of using a limit order, you do that, right? You wait for it to get to a level and see the price start to turn on the uh the ticker. Jeez, what's wrong with me? And when it
you guys
turns,
started breaking up. You were saying buy and sell the ask.
buy the bid, sell the
No,
ask.
buy the bid, sell the ask.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you wait for it to turn. Here's another long signal coming up here.
Yes, I'm just about to say that.
Um, yeah, you buy the bid,
Go
sell the
back to
ask.
here.
But so what does that mean in your terms? And Paul's joking, I guess, a little bit, but you know,
I'm somewhat joking. Yeah.
from your standpoint, you need to choose. If you do, you want my advice in front of everybody, Tom? I think,
Yeah.
and I think everybody should do this, and just to talk about this. And you know, I'm having a conversation here with Tom about you know, sticking to the basics. Well, the number one thing you need to do is uh, what your levels are, where you're going to trade from. What is the number two thing, Tom?
Risk management.
Nope.
Starts with a B.
Bias.
BI. Hey.
Bias. Yes. So have an idea of whether you want to be going long or short. Know where the levels are you want to trade long or short from, aka what I'm doing right now. See this? And now, again, this is where I
Yeah.
wanted to be short from earlier, right? This would be a pretty damn good short trade. Obviously, my bias changed to the long side, but this would be a good short trade because I knew this was a level I wanted to trade from. Now, again, I got a big time long bias here, and I'm in this at a bad fill price because I'm just so deep into this green that I can get more wiggle room now. If I were if I were just starting a grid right now, my bias would be long, but I would have shorted into this. Why?
Yeah, to increase your position
No, I would have sold into this with a long bias.
because it's bouncing off the level.
Bingo. Bingo. If I were fresh starting here, I would look at it and say, oh, it's at my level. Oh, there's a decent little short setup. I'll sell into it, and then I'll add more contracts on the long side down here. If that happens, if it comes all the way down, odds are that's not going to happen in the near term. But if that happens, that happens. So one, levels. Two, what's my bias, long or short, in the near term. Three, how am I going to trade the market? What's my setup? What am I looking for? Dude, what else do you need? Trade management after that. Risk
Yep. Trade
comes after
management.
that,
Risk
right?
management. Risk
So
management. Yeah.
if I were you, I would write down five categories. One, levels. Two, what's my bias? Three, how do I want to trade this market? Like what is the market condition? How do I want to trade it? Do I want to scale in? Do I want to go in with six contracts, two contracts? Is it too volatile? Like position sizing, right? How am I trading it? And what are the entries I'm looking for? That's three. Uh, Four is risk management. Like don't take a trade that's too much risk. Five is trade management. I mean, I don't know what that's it, right, Paul? That's pretty much everything we do.
Yeah. That's everything.
And then you fill in words that make sense to you on those five categories.
Well, by looking for all that things, you will develop what
You're
is
gonna
clear to you, like
if
what
you
works clean to you.
if you can check all five of those boxes off every day with a confident I know what I'm doing. If you can check all five of those boxes off with a confident every trade I know what I'm doing, you are gonna be a profitable trader. What do you think about that, Tom?
Okay.
Did you get the categories written down?
Um, yeah, levels. Um, what was the second one again? I can't read my own handwriting. Market.
Uh huh.
Levels, market.
Levels,
How am I
bias.
trading?
Levels, bias. How do you want to trade the market condition? So what condition are you trading? Will depict the sizing, the trades you take. Like, do you want deeper pullbacks, or do you want like this W I took a few minutes ago? What kind of trade is it that you're taking, and what is the position sizing? Okay, and that's based on the market condition. Risk management. So if the trade is a huge W and you have to take you know four times risk in your five or six times, seven times risk in your original target, it might not be a good trade.
Hmm.
And
I got to
then
take a restroom break.
and then
Right
and
back.
then and then trade management. Trade management is the last one. So you don't worry about trade management until you get into the trade. All that stuff comes first. You get all that stuff down first. Then you've got a good. You're going to get a good premise for the trade. And the thing about it, be doing it that way. Actually, I need to write that down because that's the simple way that I'm gonna start teaching this. always trying to find simpler ways to make this happen. I think that's a really darn simple way to look at it. It's almost like you want to try to add one here, huh? But I don't. I'm going to be conservative. Going to be actually. There was another nice little double W here on the NQ that we could have taken a look at. Although I need to switch that account around because I've done pretty well on that one. Which one is this one on? All right, leave that on that account. And we might be slowing. We probably should take a break for the morning. To be honest with you.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to settle into that'll slow down right about this time. I mean, I think whenever we wrap it up, we come back closer to 2, right?
Yeah, I'm considering just unraveling this position here, and I got to stop on my other ones. I got down to one on my other ones and put a stop in. So whatever happens on that one, it'll be fine. Oh crap! I thought I traded all my accounts. I still have one left to trade. What a dummy! Come on. Oh man.
Yeah, I still got 3. I got 3 left still to trade, but I'm okay. I
You
can
got
either
you got
trade them if something
all
shows up
day to
or
do this,
trade them
brother.
today this afternoon.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna get some decent stuff this afternoon. Let's take a. I need about. I still need to ice and stuff, even though I feel
Yeah,
better.
go
I had to
ice. You
yeah.
want?
So yesterday I had to I was hanging out with Paulina and I started feeling better. I was like, holy crap, I need to do some stuff. And I started moving around. I was like, oh no, 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 you're still
Yeah, not
hurt.
feeling that good.
You're still hurt. And I was like, there's my stops going. Um, but yeah, I was like, no, slow it down. We're just chill your roll here, buddy. I'm gonna try to get this one pop up here and take a baby target if this comes out against my next limit, and then we'll call it a morning, I guess, huh? If not, I'm just gonna close the
Yeah,
trade out with a hard
I
stop
think
just
it's
down
gonna
here.
come. I think it's gonna come down
I'll do a hard stop
and
below that last little swing. Dudes, I may have missed the memo, but then I've been adjusting it. I've been adjusting it between 1500 and 2000, based on volume. Like if it's really slow and low like this, actually we should probably be running something like a 1200 in an environment like this.
but yeah, Dan. I mean, for generally speaking, we use 1500 now.
Yeah, it's just a
But
better.
there's not a lot of difference between 1500 and 2000. That's
You
for
just get
sure.
like one or two more setups of 1500.
Yeah.
Yeah, see this gives a little
610.
bit
We've
better.
been using 610 for a long time now.
610, yeah, 610 actually works. 610 on the smaller tick
Yeah,
chart.
610
I
works very well.
Well, so the combination I like, Dan, between these two, and I think Paul's probably gonna say the same thing as me, is you get the bigger, more probable setups off of this 1500, which is why we were using 2000 and everything before. But in a bigger trend, you get really nice setups. Like if we're trending up now on that 610, the W I took earlier from the 610 was nothing more than a small pullback. Well, that's the one that Tom missed. Oh no, it's this pullback that he missed. Well, I say everybody missed this trade because this is a perfect pullback inside a bigger trend up. So 610 works really really well. Uh, I just kept playing around with 1500 to 2000 because I was trying to get a visual that looked good to me, and until we get higher volume in the NQ, I 1500 seems to look pretty darn good. It gives the levels really well. It gives price direction really well. Uh, this breakdown here and push up on the breakouts, you can see that really well in the big tick chart. So there's the 1500. But like Paul said, I don't think there's a big difference between 2000 and 1500. It's just 1500 looked
Nah,
a
it's not huge.
little bit cleaner to me. That's all. All right. Do I close this out? Again, for people that are listening, yeah, I would if I were you, I would do it like this. I'd have 1,000. and a 2000 for the ES and MES. I'll have a 1500 and a 610 for the NQ and MNQ. I'm gonna try one. The NQ doesn't look like it wants to do it.
I'm waiting for NQ to pull back here to
What was that W? Oh, ES made a W too. Wow.
278. Let's see what it does here. If it
Yeah,
can
I'm gonna
hold
get.
this, I think we're long.
I agree. I'm gonna try to get this other contract on this. I think I'm gonna go just a little bit. I'm gonna be just a little bit more aggressive on this puppy. That way I can get a target. I'm gonna take a baby target, baby target. And if it fails, I'm just gonna close the trade out below this level. If I see a good setup, I'll add one more contract down here, down around the level, right at 89 VWAP, everything. There should be a decent bounce there. Actually, that might not be a bad idea, huh? I'm trying to get a two contract. Let's see, which account I want to do it. I think.
I was gonna say that's a W right there on the NQ, right? So if it breaks overnight highs and
Uh,
Globex high,
so this is the one where
might
you got to
hit
look at
the.
your risk. This is number 4 on the list, right? It is a W,
Yep,
but you
Where's your
can't
stop
enter
go?
this. You can't enter this W until it breaks what?
breaks a level.
No, the midpoint high. You're talking about this. Look at my chart. This W right here, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So what's the high of that candle in the middle? 397,
uh,
398, whatever. Is that right?
you're on the
304.
NQ.
Sorry, I'm on the wrong. Yeah, 304. So 304 is a high, and then your stop's got to start down here at the low of uh, what 282. So that's not a huge risk per se in the micros. But then you got to look back here and say, what's my achievable goal on this? 30. You're entering at 304 for achievable goal of 310. It's a 6 point trade. Does that make sense? Or does this smaller W make
No,
sense for, you see what I'm saying there? Now look back
yeah,
here at the one I took. Look back here at this one I took. Smaller W, achievable goal. My entry point is 264. I can at least get a first target off back here at 273. That definitely gets my target, right? It gets my first target. And then that gives me a pretty comfortable risk-free trade on that W. This one, this is the one where you got to cover number 3 in your mind. Okay, levels, bias, how do you want to trade this, and risk. Well, this is one that if you're huge green, yeah, you probably want to trade it. This is one that if you're not huge green, you probably want to trade that because then you can get targets just by looking back at the prior swing. I hope you're writing this down or having AI record it. Should be quacking the whole time, Tom. Hey guys,
no, it's okay. It'll grab it.
can you tell I feel better, Tom?
Yeah,
Teaching. Yeah. All right. So this is gonna come back up. This is a long signal. You want to try to take it on the ES, like two micros?
I could do that. I'm good.
I'm
Actually, I
gonna
like
I'm
it.
gonna
I
I'm
was
I'm
just,
gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna buy it.
I'm thinking the NQ is going to go too. So
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it, and it's no risk. The NQ's already gone a little bit. So at
yeah,
this point, so Tom, let's talk about this. Where do you buy the NQ now? Look at this chart. Oh God, I've hit sell on that. What is wrong with me? I'm in a short.
so you,
What the hell? I would already have my freaking target off, man. Why'd you do that, Paul? You made me do that. How did I do that? Did I really just press the market short button? What a dummy. All right, so let's talk about this NQ here. If you want to buy the NQ, Tom, right now, based on what you're, what I think you're like what your rules should be, Okay, because um, again, I don't think you should be trading with no new highs and no new lows. I think that should be against your rules. Okay, this was silly. I would have had my target off, and it would have came back and got my stop. That's so dumb. I'm gonna close this trade out too. Um, so how do you trade this? How do you trade this? You got to trade it outside of this structure here, unless,
Break a
unless,
structure.
yep, break a structure, unless you're really good at eyeballing the bottoms and the tops. You can trade it that way too, but you're early in the process. Everything in your mind should be break a structure, break a structure, break a structure. Would I be wrong in saying that, Paul?
No, you are correct.
Everything in your mind should be break a structure. Like again, everything, uh, everything. You come down to a bottom, build a structure, and then it breaks out of it. Take it in that direction. Um, Here, rally up, wicks on top, nice little structure, break a structure, great trade for you. Okay, I'm getting out of this. I'm keeping my profits on this one account.
So on a long bias, if this breaks, say 309, then it's got the potential to go to the overnight high, and then if it breaks, goes farther from there.
Well, at this point in the morning, those are pretty. I mean, the Globex high was 317. So, am I right? Yeah, three. I guess 317, right? Yeah.
You know, three
Um,
seventeen fifty.
yeah. So, I
Three
mean,
seven.
in that context, you say, okay, well, I'll just wait for 317 to get broken. No, no point in you know nitpicking over a few points on the NQ. All right, so here, look, here's a structure right here on the ES. Here's a structure being built. I got flat, but it's still a structure. I don't know why this is. What the heck is on my chart there? Oh, how to get those stupid markers off? I keep forgetting.
Which ones?
The stupid marker.
What markers?
The ones that.
Oh, go to executions. No, go up, mark it. You got to make it bigger because it's hidden. Half of the menu is hidden. There you go. Now you see it. Executions. Click it one more time. There you go.
Oh, all right. I do like this chart trader a lot. I gotta tell you. The only thing I don't like about it is you gotta have that stupid ATM on. I keep saying I'm gonna close this trade out and just walk away with my profits. Should I try to add another one here or just call it a morning and come back and rewind
I
everything? What
think
do
at
you
this
think?
point we're just going to chop.
Yeah, yeah. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a stop here. Watch. This is how you do it. My stop needs to go to one. And max risk. I mean, max risk on this trade. I'm gonna end up if, and this was the one I started a little bit ago. So my max risk on this is gonna be like 45 bucks. 20, no, maybe like 60 bucks. Now I could add another contract, but I could get fancy here and pile up a couple of contracts and try to get my fill price down. Or I could just say, okay, I'm gonna put a stop in here. Uh, at like what 162, and I mean this is all risk. 162 stop. So put a um, make that. I could really, if I really was silly about this, I'd probably put another sell limit up here. There you go. now you've got a trade that's either gonna lose you $70 or make you 50. Again, after already making money on the way up. Okay, so again, let's keep in mind that this was I started this at this level, right, Paul? Yeah, I
Yeah.
got in this trade at
Yeah.
this
That's
level right here on the long side. So I've
right. That the one?
averaged
Yeah.
this
Bounce
up.
off the 89. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah,
That was it.
I averaged this up to because my level here, like I started it when it got broken here, it came back down and added another one. So I got this all the way up here. So it's my P&L says that I will end up being probably if I could take a full stop, I'll be down about 30. That's why I was trying to do the full math on if I just started, it'd been like 60 something dollars, but I'll be down like 30 something dollars if I take a full stop. Or I'm gonna be up $70. That's the actual math. Or I'm gonna be up $70 if I take these targets. I can handle that. Up 70 or down 30.
Yeah.
That's a
I agree.
close. Get closer to 3 to 1.
All right. It's 11 o'clock. Should we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break. That's what the reason I
All
was
right.
doing this is saying now I can walk away from this trade and I don't care what happens. So even in dollar cost averaging, if you plan appropriately, you'll be able to walk away from your trade and be fine. Now odds are the way it looks right now, I'm gonna take a full stop. I should just close this out, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
It's coming back down. Yeah.
Oh, something's knocking at my door. Be right back.
All right, let's take a break. No, let's get on out of here. Let's take a break, guys. I need to take about 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna close this out. Yeah, I'm not gonna do. I'm not even gonna take the full loss. I'm just gonna close this and let her roll. Come back after break and start doing it again.